Hello, football fans. It's Big D here on a Sunday night, and you know what that means. It's time to recap my Week 14 catch game on the Big D podcast. Before I tell you about my good day playing catch games, please subscribe, like, and share the Spunky Spectrum Sports YouTube page where we've got a lot of content, not just available, but coming in the next week. We've got football content. We've got a golf video in 2021, and maybe even a special YouTube video with yours truly around the corner. Also, check out the Big D podcast on Spotify and Apple. Boy, that was a crazy week 14. Holy cow, I am exhausted, especially after those crazy endings in Tampa and Cincinnati. I'm sure 49er, Bengal, Bill, and Buck fans all exhausted right now. And I bet every DFS player is probably wondering what the heck happened. Who won? Who won the million? Who did I win my big GPP? Did I win my catching? Well, the good news is yours truly won his catching today. All my double ups, all my head to heads, I won them. Yes. Luck was on our side today, like a few teams. And be honest, I knew the strategy for this week. I wanted to have a couple guys in my lineup, particularly one. I really wanted Hunter Renfrow in my lineup. And how good was Hunter Renfrow today against the Chiefs? I don't care if the Raiders lost 48-9. 13 catches for 117 yards and a touchdown. So what if he fumbled? He got 32 points at 6,100. First off, there's no way in heck Hunter Renfrow should have been 6,100. He should have been mid-sixes, if not high. You seen his target share lately? He's getting like 9 targets a game. 9! And in a pace-up game against the Chiefs, he was going to catch 10 balls that they let him. Well, he caught 13 today, so Hunter Renfrow sure made my lineups stand out today. And also, I've told you early in the week, Taysom Hill was going to be a great catch play. Turned out, it wasn't a good catch play. It was a great catch play. So what if he only threw for 175 yards? Everyone knew Taysom Hill was going to make his money as a runner. Not one rushing touchdown, but 2 rushing touchdowns, including a 44-yarder. The ceiling. Good enough for 26 points. I mean, Taysom was basically a running back today. I mean, heck, he outrushed 2 of my running backs I'll talk about in just a little bit. And then another one of my hits. I mean, Chris Godwin is just so dang consistent right now. He is a target monster. Target monster. Yes, Mike Evans, Rob Gronkowski, and as we saw a little bit ago, Mr. Pearman can all catch touchdowns. But Chris Godwin is a matchup nightmare between the 20s. Again, 10 catches for 105 yards. So what if Chris Godwin doesn't find the end zone? He'll get you 10 targets, could get you the 100-yard bonus. Good for 23.5 DFS points, so he made his value. Chris Godwin is just so consistent right now. I think he's almost matchup proof. So what if you face an M1 pass defense? I think Godwin's almost matchup proof now. I really think Godwin's almost matchup proof. And then, last week, Foster Moreau didn't work well as the punt tight end. Don't remind me, all my Oakland Raiders except Renfrow stunk. But today, my punt tight end, Austin Hooper, worked out pretty well. Going 5 catches for 30 yards, and most importantly, a touchdown. And for that punt value, Hooper and Jared Cook were really the 2 punt values today. I went with Hooper. Cook ended up scoring a touchdown for the Chargers, but was my guy. He got 14 points, so he made value. So I comfortable. So I felt great with that. So those four big guys really performed well for me, scored a boatload of points, and helped me to a productive day. Unfortunately, not every play worked well for me. Both my two of my running back plays did not work well. I mean, the biggest bust of today for fantasy and DFS players was probably Antonio Gibson. I mean, who used Antonio Gibson in DFS and catch games of GPP tournaments? Yeah, I did. Yeah, the week that I play Antonio Gibson and the Washington football team did nothing the first half. I mean, he went 36 rushing yards, 2 catches for 5 yards, and of course he fumbled. Just wonderful. And then all of a sudden, like Antonio Gibson's out of the game and watching football team scoring points. Really? Really? How does this happen? How the heck does this happen? I mean, the week that I use after what 3 or 4 strong games in a row for Antonio Gibson, when he out 3 out of 4 times he scored at least 20 points, he scored 5. Really, his lowest scoring output of the season. Goodness sake. Don't remind. And then on top of it, Jeff Wilson. Now really didn't get a chance to run the ball. Only 56 rushing yards. I can't figure out San Francisco's running back feel. I don't know if it's Mitchell if he's healthy. I don't know if it's Wilson. I don't know if it's Hasty. Heck, Debo Samuel's even running the ball when he's not catching it. I'm not sure I want to play the San Francisco running back game because that is just so annoying right now. I don't know who to play. Every time, if I play Mitchell, he does nothing. Or if I don't play Mitchell and he keeps going, he just, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with San Francisco running back field. So, yeah, be honest, wish I could have done something a little better with that, but you can't hit everything. And a couple other plays I thought about using. Javonte Williams with the Broncos. I mean, scored 21 points. Of course, he scored 21 points because I didn't use it because I used Antonio Gibson, and I think both Bronco running backs scored boatloads of points today against the crappy Lions. I think Melvin Gordon found the end zone twice, and Williams found the end zone both as a receiver and rusher. So maybe you should have just double stacked the Bronco running backs against the crappy Lion defense. But that's a story for another day. George Kittle is just a man amongst boys. Though it was more a GPP play today. 113 for 151 and a touchdown. Good Lord, is he on fire. And speaking of fire, Leonard Fournette is in fuego again. I mean, 4 touchdowns against the Colts. Good week last week and today, 26.2 points. So again, Leonard Fournette is just so consistent. I wish I would have used him today, but I didn't have the money for Fournette. I'll tell you in just a sec who I ended up using as my top running back. And maybe I should have stacked that Bills Bucs game a little more, but in the end, my lineup was Taysom Hill, Antonio Gibson, Jeff Wilson Jr., Chris Godwin, Hunter Renfrow, Mike Williams, Hooper, Austin Eckler, and the Seahawks defense. I ended up scoring 141.7 points. And be honest, some weeks you really need a lot of points to win your catch games. Like last week, I put up like 150, but still didn't win most of my catch games. Today, I put up 141, but didn't have a problem catching. So Sometimes you get weeks where you don't need 150, 160 points. 140 could win. And some weeks you need 170 and 180. But they're doing just fine. And I am happy to be in the money, celebrate my wins. And it feels good when you make the right, when your lineup codes, when your lineup looks great. And be honest, when I looked at it early, I'm like, this is going to be a good week. Because I saw my guys scoring touchdowns. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. And then saw Hunter Renfrow just become a target monster. And I'm like, yes, yes, I'm going to win. I'm going to win. This week I felt comfortable. So hopefully it was a good week for Big D. And wonder what Alex is going to say on the podcast either tomorrow or Tuesday. But again, I can't wait to tell you about my Week 15 DFS catch games. I'll see you later, and don't be on the prowl because the Big D will be around somewhere. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.